Welcome to my YouTube channel, Love for Intuitive Astrology. So today I will talk about the year of 2025 for the sign of Taurus. So I recommend you to watch this video if you have your sun, your moon, or your rising sign in Taurus. But I have to say, most accurate is rising sign and then sun sign, okay? So we're gonna have a lot of shifts in the year of 2025. And in this video, I'm going to describe the outer planets, the planets that are going to shift, so the major shifts of this year. And I'm going to explain you the best months for love, career, and all that stuff. So it's gonna be really fun. So stay tuned, Taurus, and let's look at the year of 2025, okay? So we're starting off with Mars retrograde. So really fun, because this year we're gonna have a Mars retrograde and a Venus retrograde. So everything that we were trying to stuff away, we don't want to face, now we're gonna have to face it, okay? And there's multiple reasons for that, which I'm going to discuss later. So we're gonna have Mars retrograde up until the 23rd of February, when it's going to station direct again in the sign of Cancer. So it will start off in Leo, and it's going to touch your 4th house and your 3rd house, okay? So the 4th house is related to your family. So when Mars retrograde is there might be some frustrations coming up regarding your family members. It could be with your landlord or anything related to your grounding. So this could be, your family and your housing situation. So any frustration there might be coming up. And when it's moving in the sign of Cancer, this would be related to siblings and traveling. So there might be some obstacles when you're traveling, because Mars retrograde could bring up some anger, some frustration, or simply subjects that you need to go back to. Something that maybe you've skipped, okay? If you have a passionate project when it comes to a housing project, or when it comes to a study that you've been doing, and maybe you kind of went too fast and you skipped some steps, Mars is gonna bring you back, okay? Because Mars wants to go forward. But when it's retrograde, it's like, wait a minute. Let's go back, okay? What didn't you want to face during that project, or what didn't you finish? So now it's time to look back and really see what it is that you can adjust, okay? So whatever frustration is gonna come up is usually the thing that you need to face most. Venus retrograde will be in the sign of Aries, okay? And it will slowly move back in the sign of Pisces. And Aries and Pisces are gonna be pretty big signs this year, okay? This energy, the energy of these signs are gonna be pretty present, okay? Because we're starting off with Saturn in the 11th house. And this is going to shift on the 25th of May in the sign of Aries. So when Saturn is in the 11th house, it's going to really focus on the people that you're surrounded with, okay? The people that you're surrounded with. And who is your real friend and who is not your real friend? Which community are you going to feel comfortable with? And which community maybe not so much anymore? Because sometimes we outgrow our communities or our friendship groups, okay? And there might be some changes there. But at the same time, Saturn will show you who's truly there for you. So you're gonna really see that at the beginning of the year, okay? Then Saturn goes into the sign of Aries on the 25th of May. And this is in its fall, as we say in astrology, okay? And the 12th house is everything hidden, subconscious. And now you're gonna really work on your subconscious patterns. So the things that we stuff in our body that we don't really deal with. It might even just be like things from childhood, things from past lives even, because 12th house carries a lot of stuff from past lives. And sometimes we can be upset from something that happened in another life, okay? So through hypnosis, through meditation, you can access that part of yourself. And Aries has to do with leadership. It has to do with your identity. So Taurus, especially Taurus rising, sometimes you have trouble really understanding who am I. And you're gonna really know that once you are spending some time by yourself. Like the 12th house wants you to spend some time alone, so you can really face the things that need to be resolved, okay? So those answers might come to you. And at the same time, this could be coming to you through dreams. And usually with Saturn alone, this might or might not be happening because Saturn is quite grounding. But Neptune is also moving into your 12th house in Aries, and it's going to be very close to, with Saturn, it's going to be on the 30th of May. And Saturn and Neptune are going to dance around each other for basically most of the year. So you Taurus are going to grow spiritually, like in so many ways, because Neptune in Aries, is that a great match? Not really, because Aries wants to go fast. And Neptune wants to be up in the air, and it wants to be in this dream world. But at least for you, Neptune is going to be in its own house, in Pisces, right? Pisces rules the 12th house. So for a lot of you, you're gonna start some creative projects behind the scenes this year, okay? So you might have some amazing ideas, and before you're going to launch it, you're going to work on it behind the scenes. So you might not even tell everybody, because the 12th house can carry some secrets. Okay, so regarding Venus retrograde, which will start on the 1st of March 2025, and it will end on the 12th of April when it will station direct. So it goes from the 12th house to the 11th house. And this is really about your patterns in love, okay? If some of you are having an affair, be aware, okay? Because Venus retrograde could be bringing up some guilt, exposing some things, because 12th house is also about secrets. But this could also be a secret admirer from the past that's gonna, maybe have some things to tell you. This person can become your friend because Venus is going back into the 11th house. Okay, so a friend that could be coming back. It doesn't always have to be related to love, because love can be related to many things, right? We can love our animals. It's not always romantic. We can love beautiful clothes. We can love beautiful chairs. So this is all about, Venus is not just about romance. It's about different things. So yeah, friends from the past might be coming back. And at the same time, this year, we have the North Node moving in the sign of Pisces as well. So we have the South Node in Virgo in your 5th house, and the North Node in Pisces in the 11th house. So it's kind of weird because Saturn is there at the beginning of the year telling you to, take your friend group serious, but don't come too close to everybody. But the North Node is telling you kind of have to be out there. So you're going to have to be out there, but it's going to be uncomfortable. And especially in Pisces season, we're going to have so many planets there. And the North Node is moving by the end of, if I say this right, the 29th of January 2025. So that's pretty major. So there's a lot of focus on your friend groups, and maybe you're gonna start some workshops, and this could be feeling a bit uncomfortable at the beginning, but you will start to get used to it. So the South Node in the 5th house could tell you, like, maybe you were working on a hobby or working on some passion, and now it's time to really work on that with the public as well, or with your friends, or with groups, or at least network more about that, okay? So, another huge movement. On the 9th of June, we're going to have Jupiter in the sign of Cancer. And this is good news because, you know, Saturn doesn't like to be in Aries. This is in its fall. It's a bit uncomfortable, okay? It's not super comfortable there. Jupiter, on the other hand, in Cancer, compared to Jupiter in Gemini, which is at the beginning of the year, is going to be much better. Jupiter in Cancer is exalted. So you're going from Jupiter in the second house, giving massive money opportunities for you. This could be through multiple sources, okay? After the 9th of June, it's going in your third house. So this is really enhancing your communication skills. It's bringing a reconnection with your siblings, if you have siblings. It's great for traveling. So if you want to visit some cities or do some nice trips, especially by the sea, because it's a water sign and Cancer likes to be close to rivers, close to the sea. Take some good baths. This is gonna really enhance your Jupiter, okay? On the 7th of July, so between the 7th of July and the 8th of November, Uranus is going to be in the sign of Gemini. So we have Jupiter moving in the sign of Cancer, out of the sign of Gemini, and Uranus is going to be in your second house. And you were exploring a lot about your identity in the last few years, Taurus. Like with Uranus and Taurus, it was like maybe you were experimenting with different looks. You were experimenting with different lifestyles, like which lifestyle suits me best, right? And maybe you had a bit of out of the box lifestyle or look. You wanted to try different things. And now this Uranus will dip its toes in the third house. No, the second house. Yeah. In the second house, okay? So this will make your income a bit more unstable unless you make money with out-of-the-box jobs. Then it's gonna be a lot better, okay? So think about working online, think about anything scientific, innovative. All these things can help you to make money, okay? Like, for example, in my natal chart, I have Uranus in the second house, and I'm doing everything out of the box, right? I worked online, I did astrology. These things are very connected with Uranus, so, and you don't have to do exactly the same, but don't be afraid to make money the unconventional ways, okay? And go a bit against society. That's okay, right? Everything new is uncomfortable. And everything that change is happening through new ideas. So don't be afraid to go after what it is that you want to do, my lovely, lovely Taurus. What I do have to say is that Saturn is going only to dip its toes in Aries until, let me see, the 1st of September. And then it will be back in Aries in February 2026, okay? So by the end of the year, it's back in Pisces. And that's why Aries and Pisces have this huge area of lessons around it. And this is really about spiritual awakening. So on a global level, expect to see a lot of things shifting, okay? A lot of things shifting. And, when we look at Pluto is going to stay now in the sign of Aquarius. And, for you, we have Aquarius in the 10th house, Taurus. So it's going to change your career in so many ways. You can do something completely different. And what Pluto is just simply doing is showing you extremes. So you find the midway, okay? So you could first be, I don't know, you could be cleaning houses, and then the next month or the next time you're gonna write a book, and then you're like, you know what, I actually want to be in sales. So you're going to explore different things, and out of these extremes, you're going to find what it is that you want to do, okay? So nothing is wrong or right, it's just right for you. And this is Saturn in Aries as well. What is right for you, okay? So there's a lot of emphasis on healing the self. And you can heal the self through meditation, through hypnosis, through being by yourself. And you can even do like voluntary work as well. The 12th house loves this. Saturn in the 12th house loves that, okay? Working for the collective and doing something to add value. Now we're going to all the months, okay? The best months for the different things. So travel, write down if you have pen or whatever. Travel, January to, is this? No. Okay, get the right notes, Michelle. Yes, I made all these notes to prepare for my videos. And usually I don't prepare that much, but yeah, you have to be specific. January, June, and then June till the end of the year because of your Jupiter in the 3rd house. All good for traveling, my lovely Taurus. Health. Okay, one thing that I want to point out for my ladies who want to be pregnant or are pregnant in 2025, right? All good. But you have the South Node in the 5th house, okay? And in July, Mars is going to be with the South Node. So be careful, don't do any marathons or weird stuff because this combination can release the baby, okay? And not in a good way. So I want you to be very careful this month. Be careful, my lovely, lovely ladies. Money months, January and July 2025. Love months are August, September, October, and November 2025. So put on some nice clothes and get out there. Career, January, February, September, and October 2025, okay? So for you, with Pluto in the 10th house, career is gonna change in many, many big ways, okay? Expect some extremes, okay? Maybe bad bosses, dominant bosses. Be aware these are your lessons to see, to lose the ego in your career. That's very important. Pluto is gonna punish that ego. Has to go away. The underworld needs to be revealed. So if you have stuff to hide, then it needs to come out. Or simply it can give you the lesson by projecting a very dominant boss. And you're gonna learn that you don't wanna be that person. So use your strength for good. I always say with Pluto. Moving, the months for moving, July and August 2025, okay? Beginning of the year is a bit tricky because Mars is retrograde. Just make sure that if you move at the beginning of the month, usually it's back to a similar place that you were before, but there might be some hiccups if you move at the beginning of the year, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Taurus. I want to know your plans for 2025. So if you can leave a comment below and let me know what you're gonna do. What are your plans? Are you gonna move? Are you gonna travel? What are you gonna do or are you gonna study something? Let me know. Also, if you're interested in 2025 in any of the intuitive astrology retreats, we're gonna dive into your chart. You're gonna get to know yourself, okay? If you're struggling with career, these kind of things, this is the best way to learn that. So we have a retreat center here and you can have a look at our site. You find it in the description box below. And we have a full program that's going to transform you in so many ways. I'm really excited for 2025. I'm here to help you as well to get to know yourself and really transform into the person that is your highest potential. So thank you so much. I so appreciate you and I hope to see you next time. Have an amazing 2025 and Happy New Year.